Airlines have been one of the most affected sub-industries within the travel industry. The global airline industry is facing an unprecedented challenge in the face of COVID-19. Will the aviation industry recover from the pandemic?
The COVID-19 pandemic is having an enormous impact on the aviation industry, affecting passenger traffic, air cargo demand, airport workforce, and incoming revenues. The recent pandemic caused by COVID-19 has globally affected air transport mobility as well as the airline industry in general. Numerous restrictions have been implemented in airline transport, which is potentially leading towards severe long-term impacts on the global airline industry. Airport revenue generation is directly linked to traffic levels. The flight bans and cancellations are leading to less flights, hence less aeronautical revenue coming in. The cost of operating airport infrastructure remains the same, and airports can't close down or relocate terminals and runways. This has been such a rapidly changing situation and has impacted all aspects of airport operations. The other aspect to consider is non-aeronautical revenues, which are necessary, as aeronautical revenue alone cannot cover all airport operations and capital cost. For some hub airports in the region, non-aeronautical revenues are the principal revenue source. The financial impact of COVID-19 has been huge to the aviation industry. The International Air Transport Association, IATA, reported passenger demand in April at its lowest, plunging by 94.3% compared to April 2019. IATA initially stated that airline passenger revenues could drop by $314 billion in 2020 due to COVID-19, a fall of 55% compared to 2019. However, further analysis is now showing this could fall by as much as $419 billion. To deal with preventive measures, airport staff are being redirected to handle things from temperature screenings and collecting health declaration, to adjusting the airport infrastructure, reserving specific parking gates for flights coming from severely impacted countries and creating triage areas. To deal with the impact, airports are needing to find space on the tarmac for parked fleets. The aviation sector has been one of the most affected sectors due to the COVID-19 pandemic, suffering the biggest crisis in its history. Nevertheless, with the assistance of government measures and industry guidance, it seems that its slow recovery has started. The recovery of sector is going to be slow and, according to the International Air Transport Association, IATA, the situation is not going to return to normal until 2024. Until then, it has been estimated that the number of passengers will increase slowly and gradually. It is still very difficult to predict exactly how the recovery of the sector will evolve as uncertainty around the continuing impact of COVID-19 remains. It is, however, clear that any recovery is going to be slow as, regardless of government measures to avoid the bankruptcy of airlines, everything will depend on the development of the virus, differing country responses to cross-border travel, and, mostly, on the passengers, as they are the ones that have to recover their trust and resume their air travels.